going on. I think you guys may have seen this story of this dad who went nuts. Um, Actually, before I go, I wonder what this dad who went nuts on TikTok because his son was asked a question that made the dad very uncomfortable. I doubt it made the kid uncomfortable at all, but the dad sure did get uncomfortable by it. So let me see if I can find this other clip here. Give me one sec, guys. I pulled it up and I just lost it. Oh, here it is. Oh, God damn it. Get rid of that. Hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Let me get this over here. I don't know what just happened to my voice there. All right. So I don't know if you guys have seen. I know you guys are familiar with Dylan Mulvaney and all the drama that came along with Dylan and the Bud Light ad that they did for Bud Light. You guys are all everybody's familiar with that, or you live under a damn rock. Bud Light sales plummeted, stock, all that stuff. It's all gone down because of people who don't like trans people for whatever reason, and trans person being on their beer can because their beer that's already pretty cheap and doesn't actually taste that bad if you want a basic normal like beer. Wow, who gives a shit what's on it? Who gives a shit? God, it's so dumb. Here's another thing that I don't understand. Now, apparently there are women who are outraged, uproar. It's an uproar about this because now there are makeup companies who are promoting their makeup by having male models put on the makeup. And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. I feel like I might have missed my calling because I could do this and I could make a lot of money. Look at this.
It's Prime Day on Amazon, so why not see if Maybelline has any deals going on? And look at that! Super Stay Vinyl Ink is 30% off, and my favorite colors are in stock and ready to ship. My Amazon order arrived the next day, and here I am, filming a makeup review. And baby, check out this color and shine. It's so comfortable, and it will not budge or smudge for up to 16 hours. Let me know what you think, and shop Maybelline Prime deals for 30% off right now.
Stop it. I could do that so easily. And I have a better beard than those dudes. I'm better looking than those guys. My skin's not as good as them. I'll give them that. But I'm pretty sure they're using some sort of fucking filter anyway. But I wish B1 still lived here for only right now. Just kidding. If B1 still lived here, I would run upstairs right now. I would grab some of her lipstick and I would I could reenact that step by step. And guys, I got to be honest with you. And this is, I'm all for people wanting to be trans. If that's how you feel, you think you're a boy, you're born a boy, you think you're a girl, I don't give a shit. God love you. If you're born a girl and you think you're a boy, I don't give a shit. God love you. Like whatever you want. If you're one and you're not sure, sorry for you. That sucks. That sucks. But sometimes I feel like when guys act like that guy was acting, or oh man, see, I don't know how that person identifies. The way they were acting, I feel like that is so easy to do. It's such low-hanging fruit that if you if I wanted to immediately get a bunch more viewers and just shock the world, all I'd have to do is come out and tell everybody I'm trans, or I want to start dressing like a woman, and I want to be called Dumma from now on, and I do a video like that, and I act kind of, like that person did. It's so easy. It's such low-hanging fruit because you're just acting like every other. It's the same shit. You just throw all this attitude into it, and you just get that. And you just kick that attitude and you throw a little this and one of these and then you be extra. You're going to watch how I take the back off of this remote. You see this control? Look how I mess with it. See, you take it and you just smooth it. You smooth it. That's how you be working things. It's so easy. It's just so simple to me to act like that. Those people aren't like that. They didn't act like that. They saw other people act like that. I just don't get it. That's like most girls don't act like that. So if you identify as like a girl, why are you acting like that? I don't know any chicks that act like that. It's weird. If they're out there, if you act like that, call. If you know someone, call 844 hit dump because I don't know anybody that acts like that except them. So you keep doing it, but it just seems so uh, fake to me. It just seems so fake. Um, Now I will say, I actually have considered wearing makeup for when I do this. I've actually considered because my skin is beat because I like to tan. And I always forget to put stuff on my face because it burns my eyes. So or not don't forget, I just usually don't put it on because it ends up dripping and burning my eyes and I hate it. So my face is all screwed up from the sun. So I've considered maybe I throw a little foundation on. Why not? Does that make me trans? No. People on TV do it all damn day. So what would that be? Not that big of a deal. So I don't know. But the way that person is acting, just if I started wearing that, it doesn't mean I would start wearing it. I would just wear it. So, I don't really understand the whole thing. Um, Vanilla Charlie says short bonus video this weekend would be dumb actually doing this. That's funny. Drew wants a reenactment. I will be. I'll do that. I'll put on. I'm not afraid to do any of that stuff. I just would personally just need. I just need a little foundation, maybe a little Botox to get rid of some of this. So I can't do that anymore. So I can get rid of this wrinkle I have here. But I got a scar here. So what's the difference? It's not going to go away anyway. I got like these birthmark old people liver spots or whatever on my face at this point, or sunspots. I don't know what they are. I'm gonna have to completely do that. Scott70 said, "Hey, dumb, do that again." Do what again? That's what I said. It's low hanging fruit, Scott. It's just so easy, and I just don't understand. Oh my gosh, the fruit, it's right there. It's so low and so easy to grab a hold of. I mean, come on. Who are you guys fooling? It's not fooling me one bit. Anyway, so there's that. And then on the other end of it, so you have these people, and I hate saying these people like that, like I'm doing these people. No, it's just like they are acting like that. And it's just so weird to me. I will never, ever understand that, them acting like that. But there is a video on the other end of the spectrum of somebody who really does not like trans people. And you may have seen this video because it came out a couple days ago and I just never got around to talking about it. But here is a dad. Now, I'm a dad. I have kids who play sports, one of them at least. The other one's a band guy now. And I made fun of him tonight, actually, for that. I feel bad. I made fun of him for being in the band and not playing sports. It was not cool. I feel like a jerk because I'm really proud of him for his band stuff. But I was talking sports with my other son's friend who was there at the game, and we're talking baseball and stuff. And Brady starts chiming in with some sports stuff, and I looked at him. I go, "You're in the band, dude. What do you know about sports?" So I feel bad because he was an athlete at one point, but he likes band better. So I feel bad. But going back to when he did play football, they had to get physicals, and when you go to the physical, they they ask you questions, and apparently they're asking a new question when you go get a physical, and I gotta be honest with you. Well, I'll let this dad tell his story, and we'll go from there.
I'm literally on fire right now. I just got off the phone with my wife, who took my 9 and 7-year-old boys to the doctor today to get physicals for tackle football and school next year and all that other shit. My 9-year-old son went in first, and the first thing this woman asks him is if he identifies as a boy, a girl, gender fluid, or non-binary.
Okay, well
my son.
Here's the first thing. I'm a sexist. I never even dawned on me that this was a female doctor. Because, well, first off, they're boys. So how are they doing the hernia test? They have a female doctor doing the hernia test? Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you for joining me on issue number 162. Why is this camera so dark? What the hell is going on here? Whoa, that's way too dark. What the hell happened here? Who is in here messing with my camera? It's all, there we go. Hello! What's going on? Welcome to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you guys for joining me, like I said, on issue number 162. It's so good to have you guys all here with me this evening. I am sorry we were off last night. I've been battling some oh man, my camera's like too high. I look like I'm a little person today. I forgot to tilt it down a little bit. All right, there we go. That's a little better. Hello. Sorry about last night, guys. I don't know if you can hear my throat's a little raspy. Dealing with I don't know what it is. If it's just the weather or what, but I'm just dealing with some raspy throat situation happening. Thankfully, I'm not sick. Like B1 has she's been down for like almost a week now. She's got influenza B. She actually went to the doctor to get checked out because she's been so sick. And it turned out she took a COVID test and a flu test, and she's got influenza B. So I have not seen her in person for a while now. It's been, I don't even remember the last time she was here or that I saw her in person. But I mean, we've talked on the phone and everything and video chatted, but yeah, she is super, super sick. So thankfully, I'm not sick. I just have this really weird, itchy, dry throat. And I thought I overdid it a little bit this weekend. And if I give it a day off, it would feel a little better. But it's still a little dry and raspy. I don't know if it's because I'm out doing the door dashing. I'm out in the elements. My lips are chapped as hell. I don't know if you could see them, but they're like, I look like a porn star that just got some fillers put in, I feel like, because my lips are so pouty and red right now from being out in the wind and the cold rain today and the other day. Did it yesterday too, even though it wasn't, I feel good. So there you go. So again, I apologize that we were off last night, but hey, we're back up and running now. We'll do some makeup shows this weekend during the playoffs and all that good stuff. So give us a call. By the way, the phones are working. 844 are working. Did I say aren't working? The phones are working. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. That is the number to call in. I'd love to hear from you guys. Obviously, when we're talking about stuff, I'd love to hear your opinion about it. So don't be shy. Don't be bashful. I promise I'm not too mean. In fact, I'll even give a little shout out to one of our chat members, Trevor. He was first in chat today, so a little bit of love for you, Trevor. Congratulations, way to be first. He's been first a few times now recently, so good for him. Happy to see the support, and shout out to everybody in the league. And of course, don't forget, you can always follow the show at Another Dumb Show on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah. Oh, Secret ADS Mod just sent me a text. Before we get things rolling here, and you'll have to excuse me as I'm probably going to take a lot of sips throughout the show. Before, one of the league members was asking about how do you join, or how do you have members here. We have memberships here. If you want to have a membership to have access to our members only shows that we do and stuff like that, you'll need to become a member. And you need to hit the join button to do that. If you have an iPhone or something like that, it might not work on your iPhone. You might actually have to physically go into your Safari browser and open up YouTube and do it there. And if you can't do it on your phone, you may end up having to do it on your desktop or your laptop. Just go to the Another Dumb Show homepage, click the join button, and you can join from there. There's 3 different tier levels. Tiers 2 and 3 will give you access to the members only episodes or issues. So real quick though, if you do not have a couple extra bucks to get yourself a membership, that's okay, because we have our league members are super generous here and they love to gift memberships to new people. So if you're watching and you're not already joined up, that's okay. For those of you who are, I appreciate it very much. But those of you who can't or aren't, I understand. It's their hard-earned money and not everybody wants to fork over their cash for some YouTube show. But those of you who do, I greatly appreciate it. So in that case, if you don't have the extra dough to help support Another Dumb Show with your financially, you can also maybe end up with a free membership. If you go and you click that same join button that I talked about on the Another Dumb Show homepage, you click that join button, when that pops up, instead of, if you don't want to pay for a tier, you don't have to. If you want to potentially get a free membership, all you have to do is on that screen right there where you can choose from the 3 tiers, don't pick one of those 3. Go up to the corner and there are 3 little dots. Click on those 3 little dots, and then it pops up a couple other things. And one of the options is to enable gifting, enable gifts to allow yourself to get gifts. Just toggle that to on, and then you will be able to receive gifts from our generous league members like Sean, who just passed out 5 Another Dumb Show memberships. He just gifted them out, to Pito, Reap What You Sow, Stefan, Mike, and Salty Dog. So congratulations to all you guys, and big ups to Sean. Thank you so much. And actually, I believe Sean is a Team Dumb Ultimate fan. Thank you very much. Appreciate you, my dude. So yes, if you're not already joined, please take a second to join, or if you would like to get one gifted to you, just hit the toggle those gift membership on. You might end up getting a free one. So moving on, I do have an email from Sean that I'm going to get to in just a moment. But before we do that, I have a quick update. Mikey is going to be out this week, the rest of this week. Mikey is going through some stuff. He's kind of getting himself together. So we're going to let Mikey get through the rest of the week on his own. I don't mean that like we're not here for him, but Mikey just needed a week to kind of get some things to straighten out. So best of love to Mikey, best of luck. Best of luck to Mikey. Love you very much, my dude. Thinking about you and looking forward to your return when you get things all straightened out on your end. So there you go. Having said that, we do have the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League that we have to crown our champion for today. So make sure you guys stick around for that. We will get to that later on today. But like I said, in the meantime, I do have an email here from Sean. This email from Sean came in, and let's see. I'll just jump right into it. It says, Sean sends this to me. He says, this video was recorded in my small town of this object of light in the sky. Not sure if you can access the link, but I couldn't figure out how to save the video to my phone. At the end of the video, the object of light speeds off and disappears very quickly. My girlfriend's friend recorded this. All right, so I am able to actually get the video. So I don't think there's sound on it. If there is sound on it, yeah. Let's see here, actually. Let me do this real quick. I should have this ready to go anyway. Give me one sec, guys. I got to just change this. For some reason, I got to change this every day. All right, so here is this video that Sean sent. He said it's from his backyard. Now again, it's just it's a video of the sky. Looks like probably done on a cell phone, so it's just a grainy video here, right? But keep your eye on it, because as it gets towards the end here, this is what gets kind of interesting to me. As we get towards the end, keep an eye on it, because where are we at here in this video? So I'm actually going to fast forward, because it's kind of just the same thing most of the time. All right, it's not really doing much. Hold on one sec. But keep an eye on it. I'm actually going to skip ahead again, because it just sits here and does this most of the time for about a minute and a half, which is weird though, because if you're just holding your camera still, which looks like they are, they're just kind of following this thing. And then you'll notice it kind of seems like it's moving a little bit, like jittering, and then zooms out and it's gone. So I don't know if you guys saw that at the end there, how it kind of jumped out and disappeared at the end. Just zooms off. So that's a pretty cool video, Sean. I got to tell you. I think that is well, I don't know if it's definitely a UFO, an unidentified flying object. We don't know what it is. We don't know how to identify it. So that's a pretty interesting video. And it's funny, when I saw that video, when I saw the headline for this video, not the headline, the subject line of the email from Sean. When I first saw that, it said proof of aliens. And I didn't really read it at first. Oh, right here, actually, I'm reading, Sean is actually kind of clarifying a little bit. He said the light was much larger than the video shows, certainly bigger than a drone. She kept moving the phone with it, so you can't tell it was moving back and forth. Huh, I'll be damned. Okay. So yeah, that's one of the things. You can't tell how big it is from that video. You can't tell how fast it's moving. Really, what it's not their fault. It's just a cell phone trying to keep up with something in the sky. You see. So, but when I saw that video, it said proof of aliens. I just assumed it was a different video that I saw the other day that he was talking about. And Carrie's on hold, dude. I'll get you in a minute. Like I got this stuff I'm going to get through here, and I'll grab you in just a sec. So, I pulled this video of this video I saw the other day. Did I leave it in the wrong folder? Hold on one sec. Let me just. Oh, the cat just get away from there. Hey, come on, you two, get. No, I just I saw this video the other day, and I was like, okay, so here's an alien. I thought this was the one Sean was talking about in the email, and I'm like, I'm trying to get. Here's the video. All right, guys. So this is the one I'm talking about, and it's like, I don't know. I had a couple of people. I don't know who else sent it to me. Was it a DM I got? Maybe B1 sent it to me, or I got it in on Instagram from someone else too. But I don't know. Is this proof of aliens to you guys? You tell me, because they say that on New Year's Eve there's this big police showing in Miami, and this is the video I thought Sean was talking about. I thought this is what I was going to be seeing when I opened up my video. So I don't know if you guys could see it, but people thought that thing moving across the front of the building is an 8 foot tall alien. So let me zoom in on it. Right there, people are saying that is an 8 to 10 foot tall alien walking along this building, and that's why all these police were there. Not because there were there was a huge gathering of people that showed up, like that they thought was going to be like a big gang fight. I pretty much think they didn't really say gang fight, but pretty sure that's what they were alluding to. So I thought it was going to be this video, but no, it's not this video. It was his own personal recorded backyard video. Now I don't know how I feel about this one in Miami. It's a little grainy. The police have come out and said that they believe it is 3 to 4 people walking next to each other along a building. Okay, and I don't know if that just means the way the light's hitting it. It's 3 or 4 people moving in perfect unison. I don't know. We'll have to see if there are 8 to 10 foot aliens actually out there. But guys, I tell you what, shit's getting crazier and crazier with these aliens. Next week they got a meeting to talk about the aliens. Let's see here. There's Congress members. They're going to receive secret UFO briefing next week from a top spy chief to try to learn a little bit more about what's going on with these UFOs, the UAPs as they call it. Now, guys, there's a new video that came out just today. It is crazy as far as UFO videos go. This is really nuts. This is actually a little disturbing. No matter what it is, if it's a government thing or an actual an alien, no matter what this thing is freaky looking. So check this. This just came out today. Excuse me. Oh, and RK, who's a Super League of Dummies member, he said, get those fucking likes up. So yes, please hit those thumbs up for everybody. Thank you, RK, for reminding everyone. But this video right here, this is some insane shit. Now watch this video. This is video of a UAP flying over. Oh shoot, I forgot to turn the heat off. This is video of the UAP flying over the army base. Check this thing out and look at how weird this thing is. This is a thermal image video because this wasn't visible to the human eye. It's a thermal image video. Check this thing out. What in the hell is that thing? And this is what makes it even crazy. And that's the guy, that's this Jeremy Corbell guy who's really into aliens. And I thought, why is there no audio with this? Oh, there we go. For some reason it didn't drop the audio in. Come on. That was weird. I don't know why I cut all the audio out there for a sec. All right, let me go back to the beginning so we can actually hear what these guys are saying here.
It's in thermal. It was filmed on a.
Oh, wait, hold on. I cut him off. My bad. So this Jeremy Corbell guy, he's a UFO researcher dude, and he's worked with the that David Grush guy, who is one of the whistleblowers from the U.S. government, who said he's found, was worked on actual UFO crash sites and things like that. So this guy's in the know, and he's like, actually, I'm not gonna, all these UFO guys are trying to tell their story because they believe in it so much and they want it to be real so much, but this guy actually seems to fact check his sources, and he's actually not just like full of shit. So I think that he's not just posting stuff just for getting clicks. I think he actually tries to verify the stuff he's getting and whatnot. And he's not just showing you every little UFO thing he gets. He kind of sources it. So here's him talking a little bit about this video. Or not? Why the audio just cut out? What the hell just happened? Oh, I got to cut to it. That would probably help, huh? Here we go.
It was filmed on a weapons platform. You see that there's a dog there. See the animals are black. I'm assuming this is black hot. You see the object just went to white, and you'll see it going from white to black. And that's basically showing the heat differential. So it's going like hot and cold, hot and cold.
All right. Now,
the problem was the optics platform was jammed. These individuals who target with these platforms, they can shoot out an Al-Qaeda tire at 27 miles away, but not being able to lock it was one of the first signs that something's weird. I don't know
what that music is, so I'm just going to mute it at this point. So here you go. I really care more about seeing this thing than I do about him anyway. So here it is, and I'm speeding it up to play it a little bit, but look at how that thing changes heat and stuff. And apparently it's not part of this video. Apparently this thing submerged for 17 minutes. It went underwater for 17 minutes. What is that thing? It looks like some sort of weird octopus jellyfish thing. Floating through the air, and the bottom of it doesn't move, so it's just this weird almost satellite looking thing, satellite almost turned sideways. It's very, very weird. So this is a very interesting UAP video, and again, you can't exactly tell how big it is based on the scale of the video, and you can't really tell how fast it's going. You don't know how close you are, how far you are away. There's none of those kind of details really. So all you really know that it's a thermal image, and that it's changing heat signatures as it's doing it. But that's one of the most unique, strange things about it. And if it was underwater for 17 minutes at one point, apparently it went underwater, sat underwater for 17 minutes, and then just shot out of the water at a 45-degree angle and took off. So what the hell is that? If it's not some sort of alien, if it's some sort of weapon, or maybe it's one of ours. Let's hope it's one of ours. You don't want the other team to have that. You want your team to have that. That's the advantage right there, I think. Whatever that thing is and whatever it's doing. Let's hope we're just testing it out ourselves real quick before we find out that this is, China or somebody doing this to us. So pretty incredible stuff with the alien there. Or potential alien or the UFO. But we'll find out a little bit more next week. Like I said, the Congress members, they have a secret UFO briefing next week from the top spy chief. And I'm not going to go into the whole story about it. But next week, we'll find out, hopefully, a little bit more about what's going on with these UAPs. Guys, speaking of aliens and NASA and, I guess we didn't mention NASA, but, UAPs and UFOs and all that stuff, it makes me think of space and NASA and all that stuff. And I don't know if you guys remember last week, I told the story about how the Navajo Indian tribe were mad at NASA because NASA was going to be sending a lunar lander up with JFK's DNA and other ashes that were going to be spread or put onto the moon. And the Navajo were very upset about it because the moon in their religion is very sacred to them as part of their, I don't know what you even call their religion or their spirituality. It means a lot to them. Well, I kind of joked around about how, Neil Armstrong, pretty sure, uh, not a Native American, So, I mean, if we're going by who was on the land first or whatever, the moon's belongs to Neil Armstrong, the United States of America, NASA. So they can spread whatever they want. Well, maybe that wasn't the best thing to decide. Maybe that wasn't. Maybe the Navajo know more than we know. A little bit more about the spirituality of the moon than we do. Maybe they put some sort of. They did some sort of dance. And I'm trying to be mean or make fun of them, mock them or anything like that, because I know they do these kind of things as part of rain dances, and they do these things to try to. It's part of their culture. And I'm not knocking it. It's actually pretty cool. I actually like it. But I wonder if they did some sort of dance to put something like I don't want to. They don't do curses or hexes or whatever, but I think they can put the mojo on you. They'll put some mojo on you. They'll give you the bad mojo, the bad juju, or the bad mojo, bad moju. All right, you'll get some bad mojo from these guys. If you're not doing what they want you to do, or if you're doing stuff that they're not thrilled about, like messing with the moon, which is sacred to them. So, and the reason I say all this is because the lander, the Peregrine 1, that's supposed to be getting to the moon and putting JFK's DNA and I think William Shatner's DNA and these other ashes on there, well, it's got a leaky fuel tank that's only got 40 hours of fuel left. And the $108 million craft is set to just drift out into darkness. It's not going to be able to land on the moon. It might land. If it does, it's going to land right on, crash, splat into the moon because it's got no gas, no propellant to do the reverse. So when it does that drop down, it can go, and control that descent. Instead, it's just going to go, and that's going to be it for that thing. So, like I said, I wonder if the Navajo put some bad mojo on there and ruined the whole flight thing. Thankfully, there's no people on that thing. It's just it's just a bunch of DNA and stuff like that. So, I did say I was going to grab the dude, but she hung up. But instead, I will grab Michael K. 844-HIT-DUMB, 844-448-3862. Michael K., you're on Another Dumb Show. What's up, bro? Hello? 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 Are the phones not on? What's going on here? Hello? Michael.
Hey, Dumb.
Yo, what's up, dude?
How's it going, buddy?
I'm chilling, my dude. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, first off, I hope everything's okay with Michael, and Mikey, sorry, that's mine. Wish him the best, and can't wait to hear from him again. But, hey, I have a funny story for you real quick that I wanted to tell you the other day.
Yeah, lay it on me.
If you don't mind.
Go ahead, sure.
Over the holiday, my wife, she's from Grand Rapids, so we had to drive downstate for her family celebration, and she doesn't know anything about the old show or the podcast I listen to. So I'm like, babe, trust me, you're gonna know stuff, right? So I go onto the old show. I'm a Plus member, and I just picked things. So my first introduction, or her first introduction to you guys, is listening to the Aftermath. Good old man calls in, and the first she hears,
hold on, Michael.
Fucking cunt.
Hold on, Michael. You're cutting in and out a little bit. You said Mary from St. Louis was who called in on the Aftermath, and this is your girlfriend's first experience with me. I can only imagine where this is going.
Oh, it was, you fat bitch, you fucking cunt, suck my dick. And my girlfriend's just sitting there actually she's my wife, but
sorry.
She's sitting there looking at she's like, I can't even believe I'm married to you when you listen to this stuff. But she's still with me, so I thought it was funny. I'm like, they're really not like this, but
No, just him when he goes crazy and goes ballistic. But you say he's medicated now, so he doesn't do that anymore, hopefully. So,
did you watch the game last night?
I did, as a matter of fact. I was just getting ready to talk about it. It was actually, congratulations to you guys up there in Michigan. I'm not a Obviously, I'm from Ohio, so you guys are just that team up north to me. But great football team this year. I got to give you guys
I'm
credit.
not a football. I'm not a football fan at all. I'm baseball and hockey.
Mhm.
Traverse City Pit Spitters, best sports logo in the history of sports. I'll
What
tell
are
you
they?
that right now.
The fist
But
spitters?
the Traverse City Pit Spitters, yes,
Pit spitters. All
best
right.
logo ever.
All right. Let's pull it up here. Let's
So,
take a look here. I'm gonna see if that's the truth. With the cherries? Oh, looks like they're smoking J's.
yep.
This
No,
is
they're
great.
spitting baseballs.
I know, but it looks like they're smoking J's. You not see
Well,
that?
hey, buddy, but I got to run, man.
All
So I
right,
just
dude.
thought I'd say hello.
Michael K, I appreciate it, dude. Thanks for calling in, dude. I think I accidentally cut him off there. But here, no, look at these things. This is a straight up, no, I don't want to see that. Look at that. It looks like two cherries smoking J's. The Traverse City Pit Spitters. They do not look like, all you got to do is put a little smoke trail off the top of it with that little red thing on the ball. It looks like a little cherry almost. So yeah, well, that is actually pretty cool logo. He's proud of those cherries up there. Remember last time he called in, he was talking about his cherries up there in Traverse City. Apparently they do good cherries up there. But no, yeah, I did watch the game last night. Like I said, congrats to Blue Wolverine, one of the league members. He's a big fan of Michigan, obviously. They won the college football national championship. If you didn't know what Michael K and I were talking about, the Michigan Wolverines beat the University of Washington. Well, I'm sorry, the University of Michigan Wolverines beat the University of Washington Huskies last night. I don't remember what the score was off the top of my head. I didn't make any scoreboards or any of that stuff for it because I just didn't. I did put down some money on the game last night. I have been kind of randomly watching some college football lately. So I kind of got to know these two teams a little bit, especially Washington. I think because I'd get home from weddings and Pac-12 games, or I think, what is it, Pac-12, Pac-10? It's gone now, so it doesn't matter. The West Coast games would be on when I would get home late from weddings on Saturdays, and I would watch those games because, believe it or not, they'd still be on at like 12:30 when I'd get home. Or like some of the earlier weddings, I guess they probably ended like 10, and I was home by 11:30 or something like that. And I could see some of these games, and I saw some of the Washington games, and that Michael Penix dude, he's great. I love that guy. He's like kind of Michael Vick-esque with the way he throws. So I like them. I like their team, Romeo Odunze. So I got to go, the Dylan dude, I think James is my name, I think. So I got to know some of their offensive players. They're pretty good. So I was like, I'm going to put a couple bucks down on this game. Ended up making just the absolute dumbest, worst bets in the world. Actually, I was close. I almost hit on one of them, but I was really anticipating the guys from Washington to do a lot more on offense than they did. But credit to Michigan's defense; they were pretty badass. And that offense was great too. I bet on Blake Corum to do all the scoring, which he did do score a lot. But who thought that? What's his name? Deontay Johnson or whatever. Who thought that? Or Deontay? I don't even remember his name. Johnson. Just ripped off 2 runs over 40 yards in the first 2 drives. It was insane. I don't know how that guy's not starting. I know Blake Corum's good, but I would think that guy would be starting. I know he was better earlier in the year, they were saying, but he was awesome last night. And it kind of screwed. So it ended up kind of screwing up the whole game because they got up early, 14-0. So Washington couldn't really get their offense going. They were playing from behind the whole time. That Dylan dude's foot got crushed on like the 3rd play of the game or whatever, or in the drive. So his foot was already mashed, and then it got crushed again. So that was disappointing because I felt bad for that guy because I wanted him to do well because he's a tough player. But Michigan's defensive line, they had a big number 78 in there. You know I love my number 78. He was in there causing all kinds of ruckus. He was all up in Penix's face, causing all kinds of problems. They couldn't run the ball right. So they couldn't get the ball down the field to Odunze, and that's who I was expecting to score lots of tutties last night. I don't know what I was thinking with these bets. I was doing bets like he was going to get score 2 touchdowns, and then Corum would have 2. So I thought it was going to be a shootout, but it turned out to be a lower scoring game, and Michigan was able to get the dub. So I'm disappointed for my cousins, though. They lived in Seattle for a long time. I think my one cousin even went to the University of Washington for a little bit before they moved on to Arizona. So I was disappointed for them because I knew that I'm sure they were really excited, hoping that the Huskies would get the win last night, but it was not to be. So there you go. It was good. The college football playoffs were good this year. I watched all those games and I enjoyed all of them. So, so it was worth good stuff this year. So I'm getting more into college football because I know eventually that NCAA football game is going to come out, and it's just going to kind of force me to need to get more into college football. So I'll be, watching it more, and I'm starting to get to know the people more, the coaches more, and because I just wasn't into it all before, but now that I'm into betting or whatever, I kind of can't help but be into it. So, but here's some idiots from Michigan burning stuff after they won. Play. There we go. Not too bright up there in Ann Arbor. Get a torch out, guys. Let the fire start before you flip the couch. That was terrible. That was so bad. That was you guys up north, and you got a lot to learn about how to party. That was terrible. All right. I'm glad none of them actually blew themselves up, but over a stupid championship thing. I'm surprised when the Cavs won, there wasn't more things burning. Maybe that's just a college championship thing, but Browns win the Super Bowl. I tell you what, it's going to be insane. Absolutely insane here. I mentioned I'm glad those guys didn't blow up. Well, there's someone else I'm hoping won't blow up. And honestly, that's because really I just don't want to have to pronounce his name. I don't really know what to do about this, guys. Let me show you. There's a high school football player out there right now. And I came across him from this tweet, actually. This is how I learned about this person. He is a high school football player, I believe. Let's see, we're from Lawrenceburg. I think that's in Indiana. There's a young player there. And, well, I'll just show you the meme I saw that introduced me to this young man, Noah. So at the top, you'll see the meme. It said, listen, bro, I can't help you with this, but Noah, who can? Noah, you'll see there, has an interesting name. I'm not even going to try to say it. I like having a YouTube channel and doing a show for you guys, so I'm going to avoid even saying it. But Noah did do a interview today with Robert Griffin III, the former quarterback in the NFL. I think he was on, I know he played for the Redskins. I think he even played for the Browns for a little bit. That's right. Or did he? Did he play for the Browns? I can't remember. Anyway, I think he did. RG3 did a interview with this family, Noah and his family, to clear the air regarding his name.
Sorry, have you guys ever been to Paris? It's a random question, but it's not a random. It's a random question.
I know why. There's a song that says in Paris.
I know the song. I'm just asking him the question. I can't give him the answer.
We've never been to Paris.
How do you pronunciate your last name?
Oh, so this is how you pronounce it. It's Noah Kanega. You say it Kanega. Kanega. Like that.
What do you mean by that? See, that's the key. It's Kanega.
There you go.
There you go. Now we're vibing. A little bit.
So there you go. We don't need to watch any more of that goofy ass meme shit. But so there you go. It is pronounced Noah. We'll go back to the. Where's that? I had it right here. It's pronounced Noah Kanega. For those of you, so apparently the entire internet is racist. End of story, guys. I don't think we even really need to go any further with that one. Noah Kanega. Noah Kanega. Get out of here, man. Sorry, kid. I got to tell you, I hope you don't make it because I don't want to have to say your name anymore. I hope that's the end of it. I hope your football career ends. I don't want you. I wouldn't wish an injury on a young player or whatever. But let's just hope that maybe he's really good at math or something. Maybe he can do some banking, something along those lines. I don't really know. But let's see here. So speaking of football, I got another email regarding football, a story that happened over the weekend that caused a lot of controversy. Whoop, there you go. You guys can see how that works. There's a show, an email, and I just obviously can tell what it's about here because I just showed you that video. This is about the New Orleans Saints. He says, yo, Dom, I know there's going to be some football talk on today's show with the regular season being over and playoffs starting up. I wanted to get your thoughts on what happened in the Saints game at the end. In case you didn't see it, Jameis Winston went against the coach's play call and handed the ball off to Jamal Williams so he could score his only touchdown in the season. The original play called was supposed to be a victory formation. Well, it was victory formation, but they didn't kneel the ball, which is the problem. Here's the actual play that they ran. You know what? I think I probably just zoom in on this one here and show you guys what happened. So they were in victory formation. If you don't know what victory formation is, if you're not familiar with football, this is actually what people say is supposed to be your favorite play in football, because if you get into this formation and run the play where the quarterback takes a knee, that means you're running out the clock because you've won the game. There's only so much time left in the game. The other team doesn't have any timeouts. They're not able to stop the clock. Therefore, you can just run the clock out. You take a knee. There's less than 40 seconds or however the play clock is. Take a knee. You're able to run out the clock and win the game. That's why it's called victory formation. So normally in this situation, like I said, they just take a knee and run out the clock. But the Saints, as Vanilla Charlie said in his email, decided to do this instead.
You know, there's a lot of factors that cause you to not be successful.
Saints run the ball. Inexplicably run the ball out of victory formation. Odd in itself. I don't think I've even seen that done before, ever, in all my years of watching football. Because, frankly, you just don't do it. I mean, I can be honest with you, I'm a little conflicted about this whole story. Because I grew up, listen, I played high school, local, small, suburb high school football. It was not anything big, nothing. I'm not trying to like glory day football it. I'm saying that in my experience, rivalries were a big thing. The next town over, I lived in a small town called Chagrin Falls. The next town over was called Kenston. We were literally, there was, a mile between. We were very close to each other, the two cities, and literally the high schools were a couple miles apart, so we weren't far from each other at all. And we just didn't get along. The twos, they were kind of a little bit more farm, and Chagrin was a little bit more uppity and wealthy. Not that I was, but most of the people in that town were. And we had a nice rivalry with them. It mattered. My dad instilled it in me when I was young. Like even when we had our parades, when the Kenston band would come down the street, we would pretend that we would plug our nose and go, ooh, like we smell manure, because they were out in the farms or whatever. Like we used to say they have to wipe their feet before they walked in our town. All these, rivalry kind of things. So rivalries are kind of fun for me. I like rivalries. Even painted the train tracks in between the two towns one year. We would go back and forth. They came and they painted on our field. So rivalries are a big deal. So I'm all for running the score up against your rival. I really don't give a shit. I don't care that they were winning and ran the score up here. What I do care about is the victory formation. Nobody's expecting you to run the ball and get a cheap ass touchdown on victory formation. That's just bullshit. Nobody even really tries in the victory formation. So here is the Falcons coach. He was not happy about it. Arthur Smith is his name. After the game, the coaches go out on the field and they shake hands and they address each other. And they usually say, "Good game, good luck to you guys the rest of the season." It's usually pretty nice. Well, the coach for the Saints disagrees with me about running up the score, as you'll see by his reaction as he meets with this is the Falcons coach meeting the Saints coach at midfield.
Career. Oh, and Arthur Smith's hot. That Dennis Allen scored a touchdown at the end. He is hot. He said, "What are you doing?" And he's going at Dennis Allen.
There it is. Ooh, you even heard him say it. So that's fucking bullshit, he said. And he's right. Because of the victory formation. Totally shady. You can't do that. And, I got to be honest with you. Let's see, Jameis Winston. I think I got a video of Jameis Winston talking about it. He's the one who went in at quarterback. And now there's a few different controversies with this whole thing. The fact that it happened in itself, just the fact that the team did that to the other team, that's just and a controversy period in foot sports. You don't run up the score on the other team. You don't do it. If you've won, you've won. You don't run up the score. The second bit of controversy now came because it turns out that the quarterback who went in the game, Jameis Winston, the play call was victory formation and take a knee, according to the coach, Dennis Allen. And I meant to pull him saying this, but I grabbed the wrong video and forgot to get it. So the coach of the Saints came out and he said, "Hey, just so you guys know, I called victory formation. The players changed the play on the field." Jameis Winston, immediately after that game, if I was the coach, cut, you're out of here. I would go to the general manager and everybody else and say, "Hey, I want Jameis Winston to not ride the bus to the airport with us tonight." Like, that's how inflammatory my reaction would be as a coach. I would lose my mind if a player did that and I was a coach, especially in that situation, because then it all falls onto me. Like, I'm the asshole that told you to do that. Jameis Winston can go fuck himself for doing that, because and then just being like you can't and I know he did it for his teammate. So here, I'll just play a video. Here's actually Jameis Winston, the quarterback of the Saints, who changed the play on the field. Here's him talking about it right now.
Do you think we regret that?
Well, you do have to play these guys twice a year. That's all I'm saying.
We already played them twice.
I know, but I'm talking about the future. You know, somebody's got to play these guys twice a year. That's all.
How do you feel about it? Tell me how you feel about it.
Not good.
Why don't you feel good about it?
Because you got to play these guys twice a year.
But what about it makes you not feel good about it?
I just don't. The head coach tells you to kneel it out. You're asking my opinion?
Yes.
I think you should have kneeled it out.
Okay. Well,
I'm just telling you as respectfully as I can. You answer my question as respectfully as you could, and I'm telling you as respectfully as I can that I respectfully disagree with you.
Respectfully.
you
This guy's got
the entire team.
respectfully.
Made that decision.
Okay.
Respectfully.
So you disagree with the entire team. So thank you.
No, I'm just being honest and respectful.
And that's what I'm attempting to do too.
Yes.
And that's what I am doing.
So am I.
Yes. Do you think
So that was too bad. I'm being respectful. Respectfully, I'm being respectful to you. With respect and all due respect, I'm respectfully being respectful to you. No disrespect. I'm being respectful of your respecting. All right? Fucking A. Good grief. So obviously he has no regrets about having done that. He's got no qualms about it whatsoever and doesn't feel bad about it whatsoever. But again, if I was the coach of the Saints, gone immediately. Frankly, honest, to tell you the truth though, if I was like the ownership, I might immediately fire the coach too. I might have immediately fired the coach. And speaking of fired coaches, he got Arthur Smith, the guy you just saw in that video swearing at the other coach. He got fired promptly right after that. Like he actually, it was like the ownership of the Falcons were like, we don't want him on the bus, actually. So the coach of the Falcons, he got fired. You guys hear that wind blowing? That's crazy. That was, I don't know if that's coming through on the mics, but I feel like I'm hearing it in my headphones. So that is some serious ass wind blowing out there. It's getting crazy. But yeah, Arthur Smith, he got fired, Falcons coach, frankly, because they sucked. It had nothing to do with him yelling at the other coach. They just sucked. But he got fired before midnight that night. It was crazy on Sunday. So he's out. I am okay a little bit with what Winston did because I do like Jamal Williams. I don't know if he was up for some sort of incentive, but I don't think a team would give you. He only had one. That was to get him one touchdown on the season after he led the league last year with 17. So I don't think a team would put a one touchdown incentive plan together. I don't think they'd lay that out for him, but I'm happy for him. He got a touchdown. He's a nice guy. He's into anime and Pokemon. I don't know if you've ever seen Jamal Williams do an interview or whatever, but very jovial, friendly dude. Always got a big smile on his face. So, and the dude can run the ball. I don't know what happened this year, but I don't know if he just didn't fit in their offense or whatever. But that dude can run he can tote the rock, as they say. But you know what? I just said I think this dude's a likable guy. Well, I said that same thing about Von Miller, didn't I? I thought Von Miller was a likable guy, so who knows what's going to happen. And it turns out Von Miller, that's the linebacker for the Buffalo Bills, if you know who I'm talking about. We talked about him a couple weeks ago where after he allegedly beat up his girlfriend, she claimed that he choked her, ripped her hair out, smashed her laptop, her iPhone. Well, now apparently, according to him, that she's made it all up. And that does seem a little consistent with, in my opinion, the Jackson Mahomes case, where the person who was the alleged victim in the case, and again, this is all my opinion, dropped the charges because they're going to get a big payout. So apparently this girl, this is just my opinion, I don't know anything about it, but I feel like it's kind of strange that a girl would call the police saying, with obvious, power's flickering, I hopefully make it through the show. She had obvious injuries, bruising to her neck, chunk of hair missing out, destroyed property. So how did she make that all up? And then all of a sudden now decides to drop the charges. Why else would she drop the charges? I know they're in a relationship and blah, 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 but if this is allegedly the second time this has happened, my opinion, she's got to get out of there. And in my opinion, the only reason she would stick around is if there's a potential payout for her, because why else would somebody stick around for that? So I think that's it's shitty that this is going to happen. Now, it's her own life, and it's not going to, I guess, technically, she stays with him. He's probably not going to go out and do it to some other chick, so you don't want him to do it to her, but I guess she's willing to take the payout, whatever. Take more than that, I guess. So, but again, that's just my dipshit opinion about it. Let's see. I just mentioned the Buffalo Bills. Oh shit! It's already 8 o'clock. Holy crap! I didn't realize how fast this hour went by. Let me peek over at the chat here if I missed anything for you from here. You guys are going fast today, so I apologize if I missed anything. Don't see anybody having tagged me, so no. Okay. All right, I'm going to take this phone call, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we'll crown our Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League champion. F1 Frank, you're on Another Dumb Show. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, Dumb?
Hey, bro, what's going on?
That wind's crazy, ain't it?
It is nuts. Yeah, so you guys can hear that, too? It's not just me, because I know I can hear it, like, through my windows, but I feel like I'm hearing it through my headphones, too.
Oh, man, I'm like 60 miles, 70 miles away from you, and it's blowing like crazy.
Yeah, I had one little power flicker here. When I was doing some door dashing earlier too, one of the restaurants I was in, the power started flickering as well. So hopefully we'll make it through the whole show tonight without about the power going out. I just saw Brap said, "I wish we had somebody could get me a good deal on a generator." Anyway, F1, what can I do for you, bro?
We'll still be both alive tomorrow. You know, I just wondered if you were respectfully going to respectfully honor your thing if you lost your fantasy football.
I tell you what, we will come back after the break and we will talk about all of that, as a matter of fact, Frank. So you set me up perfectly to get into that when we come back from the break. So stick around. We're going to take a quick
Yeah,
break.
but you get the penalty, man.
And we will
you gotta
talk.
do the penalty.
Well, we'll talk about that when we come back from break. So stick around, my dude, and we'll dive into that. All right.
All right. Hopefully
All right.
you don't blow away.
All right, Frank. Let's hope not. I'm pretty big. I don't think I'll go anywhere. Later, Frank. I appreciate your call, dude. Peace out, bro. All right. So, like Frank said, we do need to talk all about the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League, the winner, the loser, all that good stuff. So, if you've not already taken a second to hit the the thumbs up and like tonight's video, please make sure you do that for a sec. It just takes literally a half a second. You just reach down and you tap your screen and you just hit the thumbs up. I think you might even be able to do it on your computer or on your TV. Use your mouse, whatever you got to do. Use your ding-a-ling, smack the keyboard, smack your phone with it, whatever you need to do. Take out one of your big hoot nips, hit the thumbs up with that. Whatever you got to do to get me the thumbs up. That's all I'm asking for here. Your hands are full, use your hoots. Your hands are full, use your Johnson. Whatever you need to do. Just don't use your butt because then you get shit all over your phone and that's the worst, right? So, all right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, like I said, we will talk Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League, winners, losers. 844-HIT-DUMB, that's the number to call. 844-448-3862. We'll be right back on Another Dumb Show. Hang on. All right. Whoa, shit. Whoops. Bumped the wrong button. Hi. Welcome back to Another Dumb Show. I'm Another Dumb Show host. Thank you guys for joining me on issue number 162. I don't know if you guys just noticed what I just was dealing with over there. I was noticing this is the cutest little kitty ever. Then I noticed right next to her, I saw a dog digging into the blanket. And then I noticed what was on that blanket. It's my phone charger. Fucking dogs over there just chewing up my phone charger, just destroying my phone charger. Those stupid ass phone chargers are so damn expensive too. It's unbelievable how much those damn phone chargers cost now if you want a good super fast or ultra fast or whatever the fuck it is cord. And she just chewed through the whole thing. So thanks, Bean Arena. Really appreciate you. The winds are whipping here at Studio Struts. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but things are really blowing out there. Let's see here. So where did we leave off? We have to crown the champion in the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, wait, where'd it go? What? Where's my... What? What? Oh, here we go. After a long season, 12 men have put their heart, their soul, their minds to work, frantically clicking away on their phones every day, trying desperately to become champions in the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. Not everybody can be a winner. Oh, wow, that cut off. Why the hell did that do that? That was not supposed to do that. There we go. Now we can still hear it. Anyway, guys, we do have our winner here that we're going to be giving it out to. It was a fantastically fun season filled with all kinds of ups and downs. We had teams that were starting out with 0 and so many. I think we had an 0-3 start, and then we had that team, the Ocean Gate Titans. They ended up going on like a 5 or 6, I don't know, maybe it was even an 8-game, some crazy long winning streak. It's been a really fun season here. I've really enjoyed having everybody in the league. Everybody in the league's been really cool and seemed like they've been really into it. And I saw so many people making moves throughout the season and actually trying to be successful in Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. Obviously, there was money on the line, but it's still great to see everybody having put so much effort into it and having had so much fun with it. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to crown the winner of the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. Ladies and gentlemen, if we could get a big round of applause, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it for one, Mr. Pat Wooey, champion in the Another Dumb Show Fantasy Football League. Way to go, Pat Wooey. He's in the chat saying, all I do is win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Way to go, Pat Wooey. I'm so proud of you, dude. I know you had a great team there, made some great drafting. You did some great moves throughout the season. Constantly in everybody's messages about trades. He was always looking to make moves the whole season, big trades. want to get his hands on Justin Jefferson. I made a very strategic move holding on to him, and we'll talk about that more in a minute. But again, you'll see our champion is Pat Wooey. So once again, congratulations, Pat. Thank you so much for being in the league. And then our second and third place, we have second place is John Gruden's Gmail. That is Brad H's team. So congratulations to Brad H and Amy. There's a little bit more towards your honeymoon fund, guys. And then our big winner, or our third place winner, getting his money back and calling it even, is our buddy Ken K. So Ken, congratulations. It wasn't a total bust for you. At least you walk with a little bit of, at least you didn't walk away empty-handed, right? I think that's what we figured out, was how we were going to break it down for everybody. So once again, congratulations to everybody from being in the league. We had a lot of fun. I am looking forward to next year. I do believe we will make a couple changes as we move into next year in the Fantasy Football League. I have, excuse me, hold on one sec. Excuse me, sorry guys, this throat thing's killing me. So, in fact, you know what, I'm not going to do it now, but Pat Wooey, everybody, I'm going to send you guys after the show. Keep an eye on your Venmo. I'll send you guys over your winnings, so congratulations again to you guys. Like I said, we're going to make some changes for next year. Next year, we're going to probably change the league we use. We used ESPN this year. We're probably going to be switching over to Yahoo for next year. I wasn't thrilled with, I felt like I had FOMO when every other league in the world was doing their Super Bowl, and we had another week before we got to our Super Bowl. It felt stupid. So we're going to switch over to the Yahoo League next year. And then from there, I think Pat Wooey might help co-commish to kind of take a little bit off of my table as far as running the league because he has a little bit more experience with doing it. No, but I thought our league actually ran pretty smoothly, other than the fact that there's that weird ESPN thing. So I think that will be fun to add him in next year to help out with that, because he does have some good ideas as far as the league stuff. And then next year, what I plan on doing, I didn't have time this year and I didn't have extra scratch to go out and get a trophy. So I guess the winners will just have to be happy with cash, cold hard cash, instead of a piece of metal that's useless and pointless other than bragging rights. So this year, just have to be happy with the cash. Next year, we will get you guys a trophy, and I'm going to get a plaque made. That way we can keep track of who wins annually. So Pat Wooey will try to start a streak by winning next year. So like I said, we'll have a legit trophy here, and then the plaque here in Studio Struts to commemorate all the winners. Sad, we're getting close to the end of football season, guys. Oh, by the way, if I have not already asked, and just want to remind everybody, I think I talked about joining earlier, but if you haven't had a chance to join, you want to be a member, make sure you hit that join button. That's the best way to help support Another Dumb Show, along with all of your super fan donations. So make sure you guys get those in if you can, too. So let's see here. Pat Wooey said he tried to get his wife to email in and say how much work he put into it. Like, I don't know if he's making fun of Amy for doing that. She said Brad put a lot of work in at the beginning of the season. Now, I think Brad, the last game, oh, you know what? I skipped over a couple things here, actually. But Brad's fiance, Amy, a big fan of Another Dumb Show, she had emailed in at the beginning of the season saying that Brad H had put in a lot of studying regarding the draft and the league and all that good stuff for sleepers and all that stuff. So it paid off. He won a little bit of money, so not a complete and total waste of time for Brad. Let's see here. Nugget Man says there has to be a trophy. We'll talk about it. If we'll get around there some extra scratch to get a trophy, we'll do that, but it wasn't in the card. Just a little crazy Christmas time. So kid said it was the best Christmas ever. So let's just keep that in mind. Creepy Michelle said she wants in next season on the league. RK said, Pat, better hope it doesn't take as long as the shirts. Yeah, the shirts, the shirts were out of my control. This one is in my control. The shirts had nothing to do with me. That was somebody else holding the shirts hostage. So it had nothing to do with me. Trust me, that would have been done right away. So that whole shirt debacle makes me, out of that whole thing, there's nothing that makes me angrier than that whole shirt thing. The whole allegation that I spent the fucking t-shirt money. That made me so mad. Just an absolute patent, not even a lie, just accusation based on nothing. Like literally, like it just, if you do a deal with somebody, would you give them a bunch of money before they show you how much it's going to cost? If they just say it's going to cost this much and you're dealing with a third party, wouldn't you say, well, hand me the invoice for it and then you'll get the money for it? Seems like it's a pretty straightforward transaction there, but it got a little convoluted and then suddenly it turned into, well, I can't really go into any more detail about that. But anyway, yeah, that thing really, if anything that pisses me off, that was it. So, but again, drove by that place today, saw that it was shut down, which was weird. Driving by there, seeing it all shut down and the for lease signs and everything. And just thinking about all the stuff in there. It just shows how my brain is. All I thought about was, obviously I'm sorry for the people, some of the people there, but I was thinking to myself, there's so much stuff in that place. You know how fucking long it would take to get everything out of that place? Just the amount of tables alone. Oh my God. It would just take so long to get everything out of that fucking place, man. It's crazy. So let's see here. So forget about that. Never mind all that stuff. But going back to the league, we have to talk about a punishment. Now, I was anticipating that we'd be doing the punishment yesterday or today. Yesterday I was out. I knew Mikey was going to be out this week, but I was out yesterday because I couldn't talk. So I am a little like, what do we do here? Because, you know, if we look at the league and the results of the league, here are the final standings actually for the entire league. You see Pat Wooey, John Gruden's email, Ocean Gate Titans were at the top. Neighbor Dave came in 4th place, very close. Austin, my daughter's boyfriend, Judge Judy, they came in 5th place. Brad L's team, Agugla, 6th place. Chris's team, I can never remember if it's Chris K or Chris H. I can never remember which one's which. But anyway, Chris's team, sent from my iPhone, came in 7th. GK's team came in 8th. They dropped down. They were close towards the top there at the beginning and then dropped down in the playoffs. Another dumb team, 9th place, jumped up from 11th into 9th after winning a playoff game against the 10th place Maru Raiders. And then you'll see down at the bottom, go cup yourself, the other Chris, and that was Jerry's team, the Maru Raiders. So want to give him some love. And then down there we have go cup yourself. That's the other Chris's team. Not the other Chris, just Chris. His team, either Chris H or K. I can never, like I said, can never remember. Down there 11th. And then down at the bottom, guys, you see we got the Skull Crushers. Now, the owner of Skull Crusher, not here. And the deal was, last place eats however many losses you had. Now, say you had 10 losses. Mikey had 10 losses, so he has to eat 10 fun-sized Snickers wrapped in American cheese. Oh, God, that's so gross just thinking about that. So we're in a real conundrum here because part of the league, you know, all these fantasy football leagues, they have all these punishments. You know, you go golf in a skirt, you do a stand-up set, you do a half-naked calendar. You know, there are about a lot of different ideas we threw out there. And then somehow it morphed into, well, F1 Frank, who had just called in earlier, he said, I had been talking about my disdain for American cheese and how much I hate it. And he mentioned how, just as a delicious snack for him, he would wrap American cheese around Snickers and eat it. And this is one of the most nasty things I've ever heard in my life. So somehow, it morphed into that being the punishment. I don't even know how it happened, but it happened. I don't know what to do. Did Mikey is Mikey trying to avoid the punishment? I don't know. I don't think so. He's got stuff going on. I don't think it has anything to do with avoiding eating Snickers, because he had said he thought it actually would taste pretty good. Now, I'm willing to hold off until next Monday to have Mikey do this. I feel like we definitely need to do that, have Mikey do this. Of course, Brap says, I vote the show host steps up for a man being down. Of course, Brap would say that because he knows I hate American cheese. Now Scott78 says, I should do it for Mikey. Okay, now this is, I worked hard. I strategically, I had quarterback go down. I had Aaron Rodgers get hurt. That was my quarterback, man. Quarterback got hurt. I found another good backup. I made a nice move. Got Jordan Love. Kept him out of off of other people's teams. Justin Jefferson goes down. He's hurt. That was my guy. That was my bell cow. He is my overall pick. The first overall pick. He's got hurt. And then Darren Waller got hurt. Yet, I persevered. I put Justin Jefferson on IR. Despite Pat Wooey's incessant messages about give me him. What can I trade you for him? I said, no. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to leave him on IR even though he's got a hamstring that's fucked up. And then you know what? He gets knocked out the day he comes back. 2 plays later, he's out. I said to myself, I'm not giving up on JJ. Mikey's got too much faith in him. I got too much faith in him. I'm not giving up on JJ. So I hung on to JJ. Paid off. In the playoffs, baby. Got me a lot of points in the playoffs. Got me some dubs in the playoffs. Therefore, not putting me in last place. Therefore, not designated to eat loser food. It's not even food. It's loser muck. Loser muck. Milk. It's loser milk. I'm not designated to eat that. If anybody else, I came in 9th. Somebody else, 11th place, should have to do it. Chris, H or K, whatever you are, should have to do it, not me. It's a bunch of horseshit. I knew you guys were going to do this to me. I knew this was going to happen. So we're going to have to figure something out here. I certainly don't have any American cheese in my house, so if we did do it, have to do it, or if I did have to do it, I'm not going to be doing it today. For sure, because the food I've already eaten would immediately be thrown right back up. I don't think you guys understand how much I dislike this fucking cheese, especially cold. Ugh, fuck. And like people are watching this and they think, oh God, well, he's making such a big deal. It's a Kraft single. Kraft single to me is like what like blue cheese is to people who don't like blue cheese. If you don't like blue cheese, it is just foul. If you don't like gorgonzola, like I can tolerate a little bit of blue cheese. Gorgonzola, it's so gross. American cheese is on the level with foot fungus ass gorgonzola cheese. That's how gross American cheese is to me. Just a different version of it. And then it's actually worse than that because there's like physical memories, PTSD kind of trauma that comes along with it from when I was forced to eat it when I was a kid. And there was no like, if you don't like it, don't eat it. There wasn't even an option at my house. Why do you think I got so fat? You got to eat everything. They give you food, you eat it all. Unless you're my little sister, and then they do whatever the fuck she wants, except for me. But anyway, I know American cheese in my house today, so we're certainly not doing that tonight. I will consider getting some American cheese and Snickers until we find out. I really don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. Mikey's got to do it. I don't want 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 to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. Anyway, so before the break, we did talk some football. I do have a little bit more football. We didn't actually get into the actual NFL as far as the playoffs and everything. So we will have to do that. here are our picks from the other night. I took Mikey's off because I actually never heard back from Mikey the other night when his power was out and I didn't hear from him. I never got his picks. So these are all my picks in there. I did pretty good this week, man. I was 12-4 out of 16 games. I was 12-4, so I thought I did pretty good. I think that's a pretty good percentage right there. I was which ones did I get wrong? I got the Jacksonville game wrong, which is interesting because the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Tennessee Titans, and the Tennessee Titans, who didn't make the playoffs and obviously didn't have the greatest season, they fired their coach today. They fired Mike Vrabel. So that's kind of interesting news. That was people. There were rumblings about it, but there was no actual real not rumblings about it. There was no like concrete evidence. Nobody had really come out and said anything about it, and then they just inexplicably fired him today. It's not inexplicably. They fired him after some rumblings, so he's fired now, and he is going to. There's some. Well, let's just put it this way: if Bill Belichick is gone in New England, why would New England hire Mike Vrabel? He played in New England during their stretch. So you definitely would have Mike Vrabel as one of the major options. I mean, the fan base would love it. I'm pretty sure Robert Kraft, the owner, would love it. I think his son is involved in that decision-making now too. I don't remember his name, but the Kraft family, I'm sure, would be happy to have somebody like Mike Vrabel running their team. I mean, that guy is a hard-nosed, great coach. There's also some rumblings that I heard too that he might be coaching. He might be up to take the job of Ryan Day as the coach of the Ohio State Buckeyes. Don't forget, Vrabel played for the Buckeyes. So that would be a natural fit. The Buckeyes haven't beaten Michigan in a while. We need to beat Michigan. So wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Day didn't last much longer. I don't know if Mike Vrabel wants to move backwards. It worked for Jim Harbaugh. He left the 49ers, won there, and then went down to coach in Michigan, won national championship there. Talks that he's coming back to the NFL now. LA Raiders, perhaps. There's some rumblings he could go to the Raiders. He said he doesn't want to talk about the future yet, but we'll see what happens. So, either way, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Vrabel. I did also hear, I think I heard on Pat McAfee today, there were some rumblings that if Mike Tomlin steps down in Pittsburgh, which would be absolutely crazy, if he steps away in Pittsburgh, and then Vrabel might go there because Vrabel played for the Steelers. So it would be another natural fit. And that's a hard-nosed kind of dude that would fit Pittsburgh very well. So we'll see what happens with Mike Vrabel. I like that dude, so we'll see. And again, we just talked about now, we looked the other game I got wrong. The Patriots, they lost then to the Jets. And I don't know what's going to happen with Bill Belichick. You know, he did a 7:30 a.m. press conference on Monday morning and gave typical Bill Belichick vague-ass answers. Nobody just straight up asked him, are you going to coach the Patriots next year? But he did say he's going to honor his contract, which he doesn't ever talk about his contract, so that was kind of interesting. So we will see if he is back with the Patriots next year. If they are going to make a decision or a change, that would happen within the next few days, week or whatever, because they want to start looking for a new coach. So today's thing with Mike Vrabel may have just accelerated that. Moving on, next game I got wrong. The Philadelphia Eagles, who suck right now. I don't know what is going on with that football team. They are they're a train wreck. After they went 10-1, I don't even know what they finished out at. I think they finished 11-6 or something like that. So I don't even remember what their record is. But the Eagles are a bust right now. They are. People talk about you want to peak in December. These guys are at the bottom of the valley here in December. They've gone downhill. So maybe they'll get an upswing going back into the playoffs. But Jalen looks rough. He dislocated his finger the other day. Running back's hurt. Kelsey looking dejected on the sidelines. They got coaching changes. The secondary doesn't seem to be able to cover or tackle. So it's just pretty ugly over there in Philly right now. And then next one I got wrong was the Sam Darnold Carson Wentz matchup, and it turned out that Carson Wentz was able to win this matchup. I went with coaching. I thought that Shanahan was going to be out-coach McVay in this one. Turns out I was wrong, but the Carson Wentz effect was happening right there. So congratulations to him. I don't like him personally with all his hunting and stuff, but I would like to see him be successful in football for whatever reason. Not really even sure why. So you'll see there right below that game is the Commanders. They fired their coach as well. Ron Rivera, it was removed from his duties as coach of the Commanders. So we shall see who the next coach will be over there. I'm trying to think, were there any other coaches fired? There were a lot of defensive coordinators, a lot of GMs and front office people were fired around the league this week. So here is the playoff picture. Oh, did I miss? A couple donations here. This one's from Brap. It says it's a superfan donation from Brap. He says he sent a superfan donation towards the American Cheese Fund. You son of a bitch. No, thank you. And then I saw another one there from Scott78. He said, "Here's my donation for cheese and Snickers." That's right. So if you guys want me to do this, there better be some serious superfan donations coming in, because I don't have to do it because I didn't lose. So if I do it, it would be for you guys. So when we get around to doing it, it might be how much you guys superfan donate per Snickers. All right? Because I don't even know how many I'm going to get down. I do not know if I'm going to be able to do it. Like, when it's food I like, I can eat a lot of food. You guys have seen it. Like, I can eat a lot of food and I can eat it fast. When it's stuff I don't like, my body physically rejects it. Like, it hits my throat and my body goes, and it tries to push it back out. So I might have to literally, to get these down, I might have to like deep throat these suckers. I mean, I might have to wrap them up and just go right down and hold it there until it goes down. Because I honestly don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. I don't. Like all these other eating challenges, I'm fairly confident. I may hem and haw a little bit, like, maybe I can't do it. This one, I'm not really, not confident about it. Not at all. You could take the two of those apart. I'd kill those 10 Snickers in a second, be happy about it. 10 slices of American cheese. I can't even think about how to get that down. Like, do I stack it and bite it? No. Do I just bite the cheese? No. Do I roll it and bite it? No. I don't even want it to touch my teeth because it's so gross. Like, I feel like I might have to rip it and place it on my tongue like a acid hit and like, and then swallow it and rip it and swallow it. Like, it's probably the only way I'd be able to get that down. I'm a little nervous about it. Diz says, "Dumb, you look like you want to puke right now just talking about it." Nugget Man just said for his... Oh, excuse me. I bumped the wrong button. Nugget Man is a Team Dumb Ultimate fan. He said, 7 slices for 7 months. No. You guys you're killing me. You're absolutely killing me. All right. Real quick, so because I didn't put Mikey on the picks this week, I put Mikey at put him at 0-16 for this week because he never sent me his picks. So I said, the hell with it. He's 0-16 for this week. So on the season, I'm really kicking his ass now. This is how we wrapped up the season. I know we started late, so these numbers are way lower than they should be. But just judging by the numbers right here, I mean, Mikey would have had to gone 16-0 last week just to tie me right now. So I think I do have the edge as far as the picking goes. I've been doing a little better than Mikey, I think. So, guys, we are getting ready to head into the NFL playoffs. So I took the liberties of putting together a bracket for you guys, just in case you guys are not sure who's playing. Now you will know. We have the Cleveland Browns facing off against the Houston Texans. That's going to be happening this Saturday, I believe, at 4 o'clock. Is it 4 o'clock? 4:30, excuse me, yeah. The Saturday game, the Browns versus the Texans, we're going to be in Houston. That's going to be at 4:30 on NBC. And then you'll see the game below that is the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. This is on Super Wild Card Saturday. We have those two games. And oddly, the NFL has decided to put the 8 o'clock game between the Dolphins and the Chiefs. They decided to put that on Peacock only. I have no idea why in the world they have done that. Now, I did hear a conspiracy theory that the reason they did this was because all the Swifties wanting to watch this game would sign up for Peacock in order to watch Taylor Swift, just to catch a glimpse of Taylor Swift cheering on her man Travis Kelce at a playoff game at Arrowhead Stadium. So there is some speculation that that's the reason why. Hey, what are you doing? What is this dog doing? She just found a wrapper from out of the trash. This dog wants some attention. Holy cow, I worked all day and now I'm doing this, man. She's being bad right now. You're being a bad girl. Go upstairs. Bad girl. Go on. Go on. She's in trouble. So yeah, that's the conspiracy theory about why the NFL decided that Peacock was the best place for the national playoff game. Instead of a national televised game, they put it on fucking Peacock. So stupid. Timothy Marr. Oh, sorry. God, I keep hitting the wrong buttons today. Timothy just put in a superfan donation that said, I will DoorDash those Snickers and cheers to you right now. No, I am not doing it tonight. Like I said, I would have to prep my body for that. And I already ate earlier, like right before the show. I was hungry after I DoorDashed. So I am not doing it tonight, because if I do throw up, which I will throw up when I eat that, I do not want to be throwing up the amount of food I ate earlier, because I ate a lot of food. I ate like eggs and like stuff, so I had a lot to eat. So drop that. Drop that. Bad girl. Put that down. Put that down. My whoppers. Give me that. No. That's not for puppies. Bad girl. Unbelievable. I don't know how that little dog managed to get up into the trash to get... Hey! Oh, hold on. I gotta throw this thing away. She's not giving up. Annoying. Sorry, guys. Perils of having a dog that you'd think... I don't usually have to put a lid on it because she's so little. But apparently she was able... I don't know how she did that. She leaned on the fridge and leaned her little face in. I didn't even hear it fall. That's weird. Anyway. Wet Shoelaces says the NFL announced the Peacock playoff game in May of 2023 before the season even started. Okay, so the conspiracy theory has been debunked by Wet Shoelaces. Okay, good stuff. Very good. Very good. So that was pre-Swelsey, he says. All right. Let's see here. So the rest of the playoff thing, let's pull this back up here real quick. Then the Sunday games, we have the Steelers at Buffalo. And then moving over to the NFC, we have the Packers heading into Dallas. And then the Rams heading to Detroit, the Matthew Stafford, Jared Goff Bowl. That's pretty cool stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing those guys face off. Supposedly there's going to be a Matthew Stafford jersey ban that New York, like the radio and the TV has kind of put out there saying, don't wear your Stafford jerseys to the Lions game. Because, obviously Matthew Stafford was a Lion and then he went to the Rams, and Jared Goff was a Ram and went to the Lions, and now they're facing off in the playoffs. So that's pretty neat. So it's Stafford's return to Ford Field. And then the Monday night game, we have the Philadelphia Eagles facing off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So an interesting slate of games this weekend. I'm pretty excited about it. Next week's when it's really going to get hot, because that's when obviously the big teams jump back into it with Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, the first seeds who have a bye this week. We'll see who ends up playing them. The lowest seeded team to be left over out of the there's going to be 3 teams that win. So the lowest seeded teams, you can see the numbers there, 4-5, 3-6, 2-7. The lowest seeded team out of those 3 teams that remains will face the Baltimore Ravens. So let's see, if we win, the Chiefs win, and the Bills win, we have to, we have to face the Ravens. So that could be tough. If the Steelers win, they obviously will face them, and then, so work backwards from there. So the lowest seed will end up in there. So we lose. Let's hope we don't lose, though. I don't even want to talk about that because I am so pumped. I'm so looking forward to the Browns and this playoff run. I am a little concerned, though. Guys, we got a little bit of we got a little issues here right now. So of all the times for there to be a distraction for the Cleveland Browns, for a playoff team, right? Of all the times, disaster. I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even going to even justify that comment with reading it. Anyway, so we're heading into the playoffs, right? We have a guard on our team. His name is Wyatt Teller. He's one of the best guards in the National Football League. He plays right guard. I believe he's playing right guard. Yeah, he plays right guard. He's just a mauler. But even if you watch him, he's got amazing technique. And he's got amazing finesse for an offensive lineman. And for somebody his size, and that it just looks like a big mauler. He's very, he's got really great finesse too. So he's a great blocker. I love him. He's one of my favorite players on the Browns. In fact, I even follow his wife on Instagram, Carly Teller. She's pretty blonde girl. Doesn't look like every other typical wag out there. Maybe not your, she's pretty, but she's not your like Jared Goff's wife kind of hot. Like that girl's a Sports Illustrated swimsuit model kind of deal. You know what I mean? So like that. She's a kind of a normal girl who's very attractive and married, just happens to be married to an NFL player. But of all the times, and I like her. I follow her on Instagram. She seems pretty cool, actually. Seems like a nice enough girl. But right now, she's creating distractions for her husband while the football team he plays for is heading into the playoffs with one of the best chances to go on a playoff run they've had in a very, very, very long time. Now she's going on TikTok and talking about how hard it is to be a wag. Let me play this video for you guys. And now again, I like Carly Teller. I think she seems cool. Seems like a nice, normal kind of gal. Seems to be very supportive of her husband, of the Browns, of the other wives. I see her post pictures of her eating at one of my favorite restaurants downtown. It's very expensive that I can't afford to eat at anymore. But right now, she put out this TikTok video talking about how hard it is to be a wag. And I got to be honest with you, we don't need this right now.
I'm an NFL wife. Of course I can get tickets for you and all of your cousins. I'm an NFL wife. Of course my life is so easy, even though my husband could get cut any day of the year. I'm an NFL wife. Of course I'm a gold digger. I'm an NFL wife. Of course I'm going to make D1 babies. I'm an NFL wife. Of course every ticket to every game always are free. I'm an NFL wife. Of course I'm never stressed, even though my husband doing his job could get hurt any Sunday. I'm an NFL wife. Of course you can have anything you want signed for you anytime you want. Actually, I can just get the entire team to sign things for you. I'm an NFL wife. Of course I'm prescribed Xanax. I'm an NFL wife. Of course my family can come to every event that you invite us to during football season. I'm an NFL wife. Of course all I do is run my errands and drink my coffee.
Okay, where to start on this one? Again, I like Carly Teller. I like her very much. What a weird time to post this video when we're getting ready to go into the playoffs. I think she posted on the 28th. Now, I'm pretty sure the Browns already knew about their game going into... I think we'd already clinched our spot in the playoffs at this point. But even if not, we were right there. We were working towards it. I got to tell you, all the things she described, well, most of the things she described are things that people have to deal with in everyday life. You know, people asking you for things, especially if you work in an office. You know, there's always constantly somebody coming up and asking you to buy tickets to their kids' jazz ensemble, or buy candy to help support the band, or the football team has a tournament they need to get to. We're doing a fundraiser for that. You want to come to that? We're doing a raffle at a local bar because my friend has butthole cancer. Can you come to that? So there's just a million different things. People are always being asked these things. She just happens to have a cool job and a cool connection to where, hey, can you bring a signed football to that? God forbid somebody asks you that, because like people ask for that kind of stuff all the time. Like my parents, when I was on the show, they did a raffle. They would do raffles around Super Bowl. They'd be like, hey, can you get a little care package put together of like T-shirts and some calendars or something like that? So that kind of stuff is normal. And I'm not trying to compare myself to an NFL player, but at your job, if you have something that you can offer to, if you work at a liquor distributor, they're going to say, hey, we're doing a liquor thing. Can you get some liquor for it? This is some bellyacre ass shit. Let's see here. Secret ADS mod. So it's just a trend that everyone is doing. I guarantee there was no thought in what the time of season is to post that. That's my point. Secret ADS mod. She needs to be understandable. She needs to understand that football comes first this time of year in December. What are you, out of your fucking mind? Late December, early January? She should be on her game. She should be doing nothing other than making sure. She should be just pampering his muscles, rubbing his calves, rubbing his big, strong triceps. He's got gigantic arms. Rub that guy down. Quit TikToking and go massage your man. You kidding me? No, I'm just playing around. I got to say, you make that much money, those are some of the things that come along with it. Like, you make a lot of money. You're gonna get invited to a lot of events. You're gonna have people who want things from you. It just kind of comes with the territory. And it's just like, dude, imagine being poor and having people bugging you for all that stuff. So why the fuck not just be like, oh, okay, well, I guess I could have it worse. I could be broke and have to deal with all this stuff. Literally all you have to do is go, shit, we're fucking loaded. We're loaded, that's right. We got literally nothing to complain about. We're uber rich. I could sit and worry about stuff all day long, but we're uber rich. The amount of money we have, we can invest and probably live off the interest of if we wanted to live modestly. But if we want to live extravagantly, we can just dip into that. And by the way, he's one of the best players in the NFL. No chance of him getting cut from our team, even a little bit. In fact, he's probably going to be due for a massive contract whenever his contract runs out with the Browns. Whether he stays here or leaves, I don't know. But that dude's getting fucking paid, if he hasn't already gotten paid. So I think dude is maybe just stop with the distractions about yourself. Talk about football. Let Wyatt focus on Will Anderson Jr. coming off the edge, performing a stunt, trying to fucking get inside on a little twist action stunt or whatever you want, some sort of little play there, some little game they're doing online there, where they got this fast ass rookie stunting inside, trying to get to Joey Flacco. That's what Wyatt Teller needs to be worried about, okay? He doesn't need to be worried about his wife talking about Xanax. I'm sure he fucking loved that. Thank you, honey, for being on there talking about Xanax. And Aries Sweet says, cry me a river. It's like, yes, I agree. Cry me a fucking river. And I like this girl, so I hate trying to be a dick. I like the two of them. They seem like a cool couple. But, it's bad timing. We're in the playoffs, baby. You know what? You want to know somebody who knows what it's like, what playoffs is all about, what the right things to say in the playoffs? Here you go, baby. Here you go. Right here. This is a man's man right here. He is one. This is how you talk about the playoffs. No, this is Joe Flacco talking about what he told his teammates about how to prepare for the playoffs.
I've said it to some of the guys, like, there's not this daunting task of like getting ready to prepare for 20 games. You're preparing for one game, and that's it. You're promised one game here. So I think I think that's something good to fall back on. Like, I think you can get comfort in that. One game. Prepare as hard as you can for 1 week, and then when that's all done, we'll pick up and see where we're at. As far as playing these guys a couple weeks ago, I'm sure there's things that we'll take, from the time that we played them, but each game is its own unique challenge. And these guys are a good football team. We're excited for the opportunity to go play a tough game.
So there you go. Good advice. Treat it like one game. You're not going to win the whole thing in this week. You can't win it all. Just focus on this one and what's right in front of you, and then go home with that dub, guys. So let's say I'm ready for the game. Ready for the Browns game. I think we're going to do probably do a members only watch party during that game. So those of you who want to come and hang out and watch the game with me, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be yelling a lot that game. It's not going to be the normal me just kind of bullshitting with you talking football. I probably will not look at the chat more than once. Well, no, there's in between plays and stuff, but I'm going to be invested in that game. I'm full blown. The orange and brown in my blood has started to boil back to the surface. I can feel it inside of me growing. I can feel the brownie elf, the Notre Dame elf on my leg. I could feel slowly morphing into the brownie elf. I got the fever. I got the Flacco fever. Houston's going to Flacco around and find out. It's so great. Love that phrase. I can't wait for this weekend. I hope you guys are just as excited as. Get ready for me to talk about this all week because I'm going to be talking about it plenty. All right, let's see here. I do believe we're getting close to the end of the show here, so I am going to do a little video dump to wrap things up. Real quick, it looks like The Mandalorian is coming to the big screen. They're making a movie out of The Mandalorian. Jon Favreau is going to be directing it. So if you guys like that show on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, I do love The Mandalorian and Grogu. There's little baby Yoda there. So I'm excited to see what they do with that movie. There's some really good. It's a good story. It's like a space western, but not as westerny, if it makes sense. More spacey, but with leaning a little westerny. That's really good. I really enjoy that show. The movie should be sweet. So let's see, when is it going to come out? It's going into production next year, so probably will be quite a while before they actually release it. So good stuff there to see The Mandalorian. I'm assuming Pedro Pascal is going to do it. You know what? There is actually no mention of that in here. Interesting. Now they're talking to Jon Favreau. You would think that in all the questions, somebody would have said, hey, what do you guys think about Pedro Pascal coming back to play him as in the movie? Because I remember him not being really thrilled with how much he had to wear his mask and how much FaceTime he was getting. Similar to Mark Ruffalo making the Hulk, wanting the Hulk to look more human, to look like him, and doing less Hulk on screen and more Bruce Banner. I fucking hate Mark Ruffalo for that. He destroyed the Hulk. The whole Marvel universe, the Avengers and all that they created, is so cool. And all the other characters are so cool. Black Widow, Captain America, Thor, even fucking whatever his name is, the purple one, the guy that shoots the arrows, even him, cool. I like all of them. Then there's the Hulk. Bruce Banner, unlikable. Just terrible. Just a bad ripoff of Tony Stark. Just a terrible version of Tony Stark. The worst, boring version of Tony Stark. And I know that's what Bruce Banner is just a random hype, humble scientist. But this guy is just the worst. Didn't like the way he portrayed Banner. And then when the Hulk looked like him, the Hulk doesn't look like anyone. The Hulk looks like a giant hulking beast. It doesn't look like the person that it came from. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. It makes me so fucking mad that I gotta look at the Hulk and gonna see Mark Ruffalo's dumb face. It's just so stupid. And then that whole, whatever the last one was, where they turned him into the smart Hulk. It was awful. It was awful. All of that was so good, except for that fucking garbage. It's complete and total bullshit. All right, we're not going to have time for the video dump tonight. I just realized it's 9 o'clock. So we will do that tomorrow. Remind me tomorrow. We must do a video dump because I have so many videos to play. So tomorrow might be just kind of a clip show because I have so many videos from over the last week and a half, 2 weeks that I've just not had time to get to all of them, shockingly. So tomorrow, video dump, remind me. Maybe we'll just do it right off the rip tomorrow, just to make sure I get it out of the way. So yeah, there you go. So get ready to hear a lot of this week. Thank you for reminding me, Angelina. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're feeling well and your pregnancy is going well. One of our league members, Angelina, is pregnant, and thanks again for all your support last week. She put in a yit ton of gifted memberships, so make sure you guys have those gift memberships turned on. If you just turned on the show and you don't know how to do that, rewind back to the beginning, and I'll tell you all about how to do it at the beginning. So, guys, I think that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. If you've not already taken a second to hit the thumbs up on tonight's video, I would greatly appreciate it. Like that shit, smash that like button. Like I said, I suggested maybe you use some body parts before the break that maybe you shouldn't use on your phone, so I apologize. But in the meantime, if you do need to use those body parts because your hands are busy, I won't judge. So thank you guys for streaming on my tube tonight. You know how much I love having you guys stream on my tube. It feels so good. It feels so right. That is going to wrap things up for us. I don't think I have anything else for you guys. What else was I going to say? One other thing I was getting ready to say to you guys, and then I just forgot it. Anyway, it'll come to me tomorrow. I'll remember. One more time, just for the fuck of it. I'm out of here. See you.